you feeling any remorse?
I'm sad that I got caught so quickly. But that's almost lessened by being caught by someone who has sheriff on their jacket, so... But for killing them, no.
Okay, so it makes you feel better that, you know, somebody had sheriff on their jacket that arrested you?
Yes, sir.
Opposed to what?
A deputy or someone like that, sir.
This is Jared Murray, a student who murdered his friend because he wanted to know what it feels like to kill someone. This is one of the most well-known interview cases ever, largely because of the way the person's actions stand out. Gennaro Sanchez, a new student at East Central University, tragically fell victim to Jared Murray's disturbing plan. He admitted to investigators that he had spent weeks thinking about killing someone, simply because he was curious about what it would feel like to end a life. He specifically chose Sanchez as his target. On December 5, 2012, Murray tricked Sanchez by offering him a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20. Sadly, Sanchez didn't realize that this seemingly innocent offer would lead to his death. When they arrived at the Walmart parking lot, Murray took out a stolen gun he had taken from a guy named Daniel Davis, which we will later mention in the interview. The gun was a .40 caliber Springfield handgun, and he used it to threaten Sanchez. Then he forced him to drive towards Asher. Sanchez was scared for his life. At one point, Sanchez felt a bit relieved when Murray took the bullets out of the gun and put them on his own lap. But what Sanchez didn't know was that Murray had more bullets hidden in his pocket. They ended up on Substation Road. There, Murray quickly put the bullets back in the gun and shot at Sanchez twice. The first shot missed, but the second hit Sanchez in the head. The car went off the road and crashed into a tree in a ditch. Murray didn't show any care. He pulled Sanchez, who was hurt, out of the driver's seat and onto the ground. Even though Sanchez was struggling to breathe, Murray didn't have any mercy. He coldly shot Sanchez in the head again, ending his life. To hide what he did, Murray covered Sanchez's body with dirt, leaves, and a single stick. Let's now have a look at how this cold-blooded murder's interrogation turned out to be.
And you met on the side of the highway on 170. So you go to school at East Central?
Yes, sir.
And is this your first year of college?
Yes, sir.
So you're a freshman at East Central?
Yes, sir.
And you said you stayed in some dorms?
Yes, sir.
And what's the name of your dorm?
Pisagi Dormitory, sir.
Can you spell that for me?
P-E-S-A-G-I, I believe, sir.
T-E-S-A-G-I-E?
P-E-S.
P-E-S.
A-G-I.
Okay. And that's an Ada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the young man that you stated to me that you shot twice in the head?
Yes, sir.
And his name, do you know his full name?
No, sir. I only know his first name.
And his first name is what?
Gennaro. I do not know how to spell that, but it is with a G.
Okay. And do you go to school with him?
Yes, sir.
And do you stay in the same dorm?
The same building, sir.
Same building. And what's your dorm number?
463, D.
463B?
D.
D?
Yes, sir.
You know his?
No, but I know it's in E section.
E section. And how do you know him?
Towards the beginning of the year, we met in a mutual friend's room, playing video games, sir.
Okay. And do you take any classes with him? Or?
No, sir.
Okay. So you know him through a mutual friend, and you guys dorm in the same dorm?
Yes, sir.
Different sections?
Yes, sir. But it's literally right down the hall.
Okay. And so do you spend quite a bit of time together?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. The pickup that he was in tonight and you was in, was that his pickup or your pickup?
I'm fairly sure it was his, sir.
Okay, and you remember what kind of pickup that was?
Black.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't.
Okay, you don't know?
I don't know much about cars, so.
But single cab?
Single cab, black, dent on the passenger side.
Okay.
The officer began with very routine questions. He wanted to explore Murray's mind and see how he reacts and answers basic questions. To Murray, this all seemed like a job interview rather than an interrogation for murder.
And how'd you guys hook up?
I went down to his dorm room and asked if I could be given a ride to Walmart in exchange for $20 gas money.
Okay. Did he agree to that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did he in fact take you to Walmart?
Yes, sir. We got in his pickup truck and he drove me to Walmart.
So you're talking about the Walmart in Ada?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's a couple miles from the school?
1.7 miles, sir.
1.7 miles.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, so he took you to Walmart,
Yes, sir.
and did you both go in?
No, we did not go in, sir.
And why not?
We pulled into the parking lot, then I pulled the weapon on him and demanded that he take me to Asher, Oklahoma, sir.
And why did all of a sudden did you decide that you needed to go to Asher?
Because I was planning to take him out into the country and kill him.
Okay. So, when you got him at the dorm, was your intention never to go to Walmart?
Yes, sir.
You was, in fact, was you at that point already in your mind was going to take him and kill him?
Yes, sir.
Had he done something to you? That,
No, sir.
Okay. So you just, can you kind of tell me when you made this decision that you was going to take him and kill him, why?
I made the decision 3 days prior to the incident. Attempted it 2 days prior to the incident, but he was not in his room, and then did so today as he was in his room.
Okay. So you've been planning this for 2 days?
2 weeks, yes.
2 weeks.
But not with a selected individual, no.
Okay. And when did you get to the point where you knew it was going to be him?
That was 3 days prior to the incident.
And why him? Of all the kids in college here, why him?
I believed that he would have had the least impact, sir.
Impact of what?
I believed he didn't have many friends, or many close friends, I should rephrase. And as his, as he is going missing, his absence would be less notable.
Okay, so would have been if tomorrow at school nobody would have thought anything of it.
That was the plan, sir, yes.
Okay.
When asked what should happen to him, Murray provided a very chilling answer.
And so why did you choose to take him to Asher to kill him? When
My plan was for after my killing him, I was going to head north towards Canada. And Asher was further north than Ada, so.
okay.
That and I know the surrounding terrain and I knew a good spot. I didn't have that spot planned in particular. If I had planned that far ahead, I would have had a grave dug. But I knew a general area.
Okay. So you brought him to that area because you knew that area because you was raised there.
Yes, sir.
And that's the road that you would travel going back and forth to your mom and dad's house.
No, sir. I traveled the road further to the south of it. Just the road one south to it. That's the road I would travel going to my mother's house from the school on my bus route, sir.
Okay, but what I'm saying, you were familiar with that road?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And where it would go to?
Yes, sir.
Not much traffic on that road at this time, but,
Yes, sir.
I mean-
The only people that go on that road are those that live on that road, sir.
and you knew that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you pulled the gun on him at Walmart, in the parking lot,
Yes, sir.
what did you tell him?
I told him to take me to Asher.
Asher. And did he say anything?
He panicked, went to pull out his phone. I yanked the phone out of his hand, and then he panicked some more, kept telling me not to kill him. To make him feel more comfortable, I unloaded the clip, unloaded the bullet from the chamber, handed them over to him, and that eased his nerves a little. Then I pulled a second clip out of my pocket and set it on my lap.
Okay. And you drove him to, so he drove you?
Yes, sir.
And did you have any conversation between Ada and Asher?
The entire time was a conversation, sir.
And was it basically, what, can you tell me what that conversation was?
About from Ada to halfway to Asher, it was just my trying to reaffirm him that I wasn't going to kill him to calm his nerves. And then from that point on, we was talking on our upbringings, our past, our family histories, things of more philosophical nature, etc., etc.
Okay. And So did he say anything when you had him to pull off of the main highway onto this dirt road?
No, sir.
Okay.
Before this time, I had pulled out his phone and pulled up his GPS and showed him where I lived to make him feel more comfortable, sir.
Okay. And so when you turn west off of 177, and we've already talked about this, there's a substation there.
We didn't pull onto that road, sir. We pulled onto the road to the south of it, drove past Turkey Hill one road, turned left, went to around where the Bows lived, made another left, past Woodhaven Lake Estates, went straight, then went down that road from the other direction.
So you came in from the west side of where the pickup's at?
West heading east, yes.
Okay. And so you're headed east on what is known as Substation Road, which is the road where the pickup
Yes, sir.
is at now.
Yes, sir.
So you're heading east and he's driving.
Yes,
And you're
sir.
on the passenger side. He's got some bullets that you gave him?
He had a clip and one round, yes.
Okay. And where was it at?
In his left hand, sir.
Okay. And you had the gun.
Yes, sir.
And what kind of gun was it?
Springfield Armory XD 40 Smith & Wesson 40 caliber.
Okay. And you had the gun and another magazine, but you didn't have the magazine in the gun.
I did not have the magazine in the gun. Every 5 to 10 minutes, he had me put my finger in the hole where the clip goes and show that the round it wasn't chambered.
Okay. And so you're driving east, and so I guess at some point, did you decide now was the time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what happened?
I loaded the gun quickly, chambered the round quickly, shot once, missed, shot a second time, hit, jumped out of the car, went around. He was driving 10-15 miles an hour, so it was rather slow. Ran around the hood of the car, and of course it was slow and he wasn't purposefully driving. Tried to pull him out, couldn't get him out until he already had hit the tree. Pulled him out there, dumped him into the, before I dumped him into the ditch, I heard him gurgling. I'm not sure if that was a physiological or physical process after death, but I thought that he might have still lived through that somehow because he was gurgling, so I shot him again and then shoved him down in the ditch. I then got his phone.
Okay, hang on, let's back up just a second.
Yes, sir.
You fired the first round.
Yes, sir.
And you missed.
Yes, sir.
Do you know where that round hit?
I believe it hit the top of the door, but it might have hit the window.
Did the window bust?
The window did bust, sir, but I don't remember if that was the first or the second round.
Okay. So you fired once and missed,
Yes, sir.
and you fired a second round.
Yes, sir.
And did you hit him then?
Yes, sir.
And you hit him in the head?
In the side of the head. Yes, sir.
Okay, so it would have been his right hand?
It was around here, sir.
The right-hand side of his head? Or
Yes, sir.
Somewhere by the ear?
Yes, sir.
And he kind of started veering off the road?
To the left, sir.
Okay.
Murray described the murder in a lot of detail. He talked about all the things he had planned and how they happened. He even explained how he got rid of the body and where he put it. The police officer listening to him was really surprised by what Murray was saying. The officer wanted Murray to repeat his story so he could understand it better. It was clear that the officer was shocked by what he was hearing. He was a seasoned officer with a lot of experience, but he had never encountered anything like this before.
And you opened the door,
Yes, sir.
and you tried to pull him out.
Yes, sir.
And so when you shot, and he was still gurgling,
Yes, sir.
so was he setting up when you shot him in the head again?
No, sir. He was lying down on the ground
So you pulled him out of the truck,
and just threw him on the ground, and then I heard him gurgling, so I shot him a second time.
and then where did you hit him the second time?
I'm not certain, but I believe the head as well.
Okay, the front, back, side,
I believe it was the same side as before.
same side as before?
Yes, sir.
So you think you hit him twice, or you know you've hit him in fact once in the head,
Yes, sir.
and then the second round is probably in the head area too?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you rode him down the ditch,
Yes, sir.
and what did you do then?
I grabbed his phone from inside the vehicle. I was going to put it on the ground and shoot it as well, but I have a bit of night blindness and didn't see the steepness of the hill where it started to veer down. So when I threw it down, it slid down the hill and landed screen side down, so I wasn't able to find its location.
Okay. So his phone is somewhere around his body?
Yes, it should be.
Okay.
It might be underneath his body.
Okay. And did you do something with the body after that?
Yes, sir. I repositioned it and then tried to cover it admittedly not well, with leaves, dirts, and stick.
Okay, a stick.
Yes, sir. There was a stick on the side of the hill. I just grabbed everything on the side of the hill and pushed it on top of them.
Okay. Now, when you say a stick, and I was at the scene, I went down there, and you know that.
Yes, sir.
We actually brought you back down there, and had you sat in the car down there, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And there is a stick, it's about 3 foot long, about inch and a half in diameter.
Yes, sir.
It's right across the body, but there's a whole bunch of blood on it. Is there any particular reason that stick?
It had blood on it?
Mm-hmm.
It could be because I rolled his body on top of it, because if it was on the side of the hill, his body would have crossed over it. I couldn't think of any reason in particular, though.
Okay, so you didn't hit him with a stick or do anything with him with a stick?
No, sir.
Okay, so that stick just ended up on top of him?
Yes, sir.
So it's possible he could have rolled him over on it, and then when you was covering him up, that stick just ended up on top of the body?
It ended up on top of him because of the way I covered him up, yeah.
And so, after you got the body covered up, what did you do then?
I headed back to the truck and tried to get it unstuck.
So you put it in reverse and tried to...
And then drive and tried to, and it wasn't going. So, after that, I looked...
When you say it wasn't going, it was because it was stuck?
I believe one of the wheels was off the ground and it wasn't making traction.
Okay. And so you could get the truck out, so what did you do then?
I looked to the left, and from the headlights I saw that I could still see his own shirt, so I covered him up better. And as I was finishing that, I saw the headlights from a car pulling over the hill. So I went down and...
Which way was it coming from?
It was heading west from the east side, so from the highway.
Huh.
And he was slowing down already, so I just came out as quickly as I could from behind the truck and flagged him down by waving my hands. And he asked what was going on. I told him that I had dozed off and veered off the road and couldn't get my truck unstuck. Then he was... I don't think he knew exactly what happened, but I think he knew I did something. Maybe stealing, I don't know. Because like you said, no one travels down that road.
Did you know him?
No, sir, I did not know him. But since no one travels down that road, and he most likely lived in that area, he knew that I didn't.
Okay.
So, most likely he was suspicious just from that fact alone. Because I had no business being on that road. But he agreed to give me a ride to Asher, nonetheless. More specifically, he didn't agree to that until his phone didn't work. We pulled up to about the highway, then he dialed a number for me. I gave him a fake number, that way it wouldn't answer, and if it did answer, then I could just make something up. Whenever it didn't answer, it was a phone that was out of service. He agreed to take me into Asher so I could get my cellular phone, I don't own a cellular phone, to call someone that I knew that could get me out.
And what did he take you to in Asher?
My grandparents' house.
Okay. And what is your grandparents' name?
Ethel, I don't know if it's Lone Lodge or Roderick now.
Okay. And so he took you, and what do you know their address in Asher?
306 East Salter Street.
Okay. And that's where he took you to?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you got out?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what did you do then?
I went into the house. I had a Coca-Cola. I called my roommate from college and told him that I had an accident and wondered if he could either get me out of the ditch or knew anyone that could get me out of the ditch.
And what's your roommate's name?
Shane Schroth.
Afterward, Murray talked about how he managed to leave the area and what he did about the car crash. He said that he called his roommate and told him about the accident. He mentioned that he pulled himself and Sanchez out of the ditch. What's striking is that Murray's behavior didn't change. He continued talking as if nothing had happened, like it was the most normal thing. Murray's statement that he killed Sanchez because he wanted to know how it feels is something that probably still troubles the officer even now, just like it troubles us.
So, did you get back on the highway?
Yes, sir.
And which way did you go?
North, sir.
And what were your intentions? You were walking north.
Canada, sir.
You was going to Canada?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I had hoped that by determining that I was heading south, you went to Asher, you would have known my grandparents' house, and I was hoping that my name would probably show up somewhere in the course of this little thing. I didn't expect it to be found so quickly.
Why didn't you think it'd be found so quick?
I didn't think someone would drive down that road. In my original plan,
Okay.
I gave myself maybe 6 to 8 hours to get out of the area. But since it was found so quickly, at least I believed so at the time, I didn't want to revise the plan because I had headed south originally going into town.
Okay.
And I was hoping you'll think that I was heading towards Mexico, as it's much closer and probably easier to get past the border.
Okay, and so you was walking north on 177?
Yes, sir.
And what side of the road was you on?
I was on the right side of the road, sir.
Okay, so if you're going...
East side.
East side. And you was walking?
Yes, sir.
And what happened then?
I had on good terms. I just walked in the door and went back to his mother's room and told her that I had a video game to return to Daniel. Then I went into Daniel's room, put a video game that I brought with me as a way to get into the door, and got the gun.
The officer questioned Murray about what he did after the crime and what he intended to do. Murray explained that his initial plan was to escape to Canada by heading south, but he changed his route when he found out that the crime scene was discovered earlier than he expected. He ended up walking north along a specific road, and that's when the officer caught him. Next, the officer asked Murray about their encounter and whether they had a gun. Murray admitted that they indeed had a gun, and he described where it was inside the vehicle they were using. However, there was a disagreement about where the gun had been placed. Initially, he said it was on the center console, but later he admitted it might have been between the driver's seat and the center console. Murray also confessed that he had stolen the gun 2 weeks before from a person named Daniel Davis. He provided the address where this person lived. Murray took the gun by going into the house under the excuse of returning a video game, and then he took the gun.
So, was it in a box or was it...
Yes, sir. It was in a case.
Okay, and where's the case at?
Still at his house, sir.
Okay, so you took the gun out of the case?
I took the gun in 2 clips, sir.
Okay.
Polar clips.
And where's there at? So there's just 2?
Yes, sir.
And where's there ammunition in them?
Yes, sir. There was 12 rounds in each clip. Since I fired 3 rounds from that one clip, that means there's 9 rounds in it, should be. And the other clip had 11 rounds in it because one was chambered, and the other round was, I unchambered it and handed it to him.
Okay. Now, when I brought you in here and we was uncuffing you, was just checking the pockets of your jackets to make sure you didn't have any weapons in your pockets, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I pulled out this can of WD-40 out of your right coat pocket.
Yes, sir.
And in your left coat pocket, there is a purple Crown Rural bag.
Yes, sir.
And I took that out of your pocket.
Yes, sir.
And can you tell me what's in here?
Smith & Wesson 40 caliber round, sir.
And was in part of the rounds that you stole the guns?
No, sir. I bought those 2 or 3 days later off of a friend of mine, sir.
Just that many rounds?
That plus what was in the clip, sir. So there was 12 and 12-24 plus whatever in there.
Okay, no, but you said that there was already, the magazines already had bullets in them.
No, sir. I loaded them with the ammunition I bought, sir.
Okay, so when you stole the gun in the magazines, there was no bullets with it?
No bullets were in it, sir.
Okay, so what was in the 2 magazines?
Nothing, sir.
No.
Oh, as for the ammunition, yes, sir.
And what's in here? You bought off of a friend?
Yes, sir.
And you know his name?
Not off the top of my head, sir.
Does he go to college?
No, sir. I call him a friend, but he's just a guy.
Okay. And where's he from?
Ada, sir.
Okay. Do you know how to get a hold of him, or?
No, sir.
Okay.
It's a guy I know through a guy. I just got the word out I was looking for some ammunition, and then
Okay.
a friend of mine sold it to me, so.
Do you know how many rounds are in here?
No, sir. I believe there is anywhere between 3 to 6, though.
Okay, so it'd be, without pulling them out, there's somewhere between 3 to 6 rounds of 40 caliber ammunition, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your intentions is the gun, when you got her out in Dasher after you shot this young man, that the gun was still in the truck
Yes, sir.
and with the magazines?
Yes, sir. One of the magazines. As he was holding one of the other magazine, I believe it fell out of the truck whenever I pushed him out.
Mhm.
I didn't see it in the floorboard before I left because I was trying to gather it all up. But I think he might still have it in his left hand. I know he was holding it in his left.
Okay, but
At the crime scene, there were
every
two
crime scene
magazines
there
with the
should have
gun.
been the
Yes.
gun, the magazine that was in the gun,
Yes.
the one round that you handed him,
Yes.
and then the full magazine
Yes.
that he had. So we're talking about a total of how many rounds? You said there was both of them had 12 in it?
Yes, sir.
So we should have, you fired 3 rounds, correct?
Yes, sir.
So there should be 21 rounds and 2 magazines there, and a gun.
Yes, sir. Plus, well, there, yes, sir. 21 rounds, 2 magazines and a gun.
Okay. All right. And also in your pocket, there was a debit card, MasterCard that has the name Jared Murphy.
Murray.
Murray. And that's you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And this is yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Jared, I want to ask you just to sit here for just a second, and I'll be right back, okay?
Yes, sir.
The officer continued to ask Murray about the specifics of the crime and the things he had at the time of the killing. Then the officer talked about the gun and the bullets related to the crime. Murray admitted that he loaded the gun with bullets and put them into 2 magazines, each holding 12 rounds of .40 caliber bullets. During the crime, he shot 3 rounds, so there were 21 rounds left in total between the 2 magazines.
Okay, Jared, I've got a couple other things I really need to tie down, all right?
Yes, sir.
And I believe you when you're being honest with me. I really do. You've told me stuff that I have no qualms about what you tell me except for a couple of things. I know for a fact you didn't get the WD-40 from the front yard.
You're right. I planned on keeping him out of this, but I did go into his house. He did give it to me, and yeah.
When we say who, and when you say him, who you?
The parent of the friend that I called. Shane's father. The stepfather, yes.
And you know his name?
Michael Norris.
And what did you tell Michael?
I told him about what had happened and asked for his opinion on the next course of action.
Okay, you mean you told him what happened, what do you mean?
The murder. I told him about
So you told Shane's father about the murder you just did?
not the specifics, but the general picture, yes.
Okay, can you remember what you told him?
Not exactly, but I mean, I didn't tell him I fired 3 shots, missed 1, shot him in the head. Not all that. I just said that I got a truck, I killed the guy for it, it's in the ditch.
Okay. Did you tell him how you did it?
I don't remember, but I might have.
Okay. And this is really important. I want you to really think about this because you said you're trying to keep him out of trouble.
Yes, sir.
And I don't know more than you think I know.
Yes, sir.
So I'm still got the gun.
Yes, sir.
It's not in the truck.
It was when I left the scene. That was the whole point of him taking me back, so I could get it.
So he took you back to the scene?
No,
You said you walked.
No. He drove me to the abandoned house that I spoke of. Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Norris gave you the count WD-40.
Yes, sir.
And I believe he probably got that from his bathroom of his house.
I'm not aware of where he got it, but if that's where he says, then yeah.
And so he drove you from Asher back to
The area of the scene.
just south of where you would turn on Substation Road.
Yes, sir.
And that's where the abandoned trailer house is on the west side.
Yes, sir.
And so you got out of the car and walked up to the abandoned trailer house, down through the woods,
Yes, sir.
and then that's when you heard somebody cough.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. There is a note wrote on a piece of paper, like a business card on the passenger side window, stuck on the pickup. The window's up, and there's a note stuck in there. It says, "Come to the house at the end of the road." Did you write that?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, sir.
You didn't write that?
No, sir.
You have any idea how that note could have got there?
No, sir. I don't think anything like that was there whenever I left.
Okay. So is it a possibility that the gentleman,
Yes. When I was on the way back into Asher, he had told me that some thieves stole about $1,000 worth of guns of his, and that he was looking for him, and if he found him, he would kill him dead on the side of the road. Then I said $1,000 is a fair amount of money, and he said it didn't matter if it was 50, he doesn't like thieves.
So is it possible that he could, on his way home, he could have stopped and wrote that note?
Yes, that's a possibility. I won't deny that. Like I said, I thought it might have been him that called the police. I still don't know if it was or not, but I thought it might have been him. He went to turn my lights off and then saw the blood and then called, but if he did write that note, then I don't think he would have called the police.
I just want to go over a couple of points with you, and then we're going to take another break, okay?
Yes, sir.
And you started this out that you've actually had this on your mind for about 3 weeks,
Yes, sir.
and you just didn't know who.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or when, or where. Well, I had a general idea of the area, but that was picked out about a week ago, sir.
You know, was that picked out because of just being familiar or where the
Yes, sir.
surroundings?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so, let's go back to our victim, the young man that you killed.
Gennaro.
You just basically picked him out because you thought that nobody would miss him, if I understood what you...
In general, yes, sir.
Okay. And you told me that on the way to, you guys talked from Ada to Asher
Yes, sir.
about your upbringings.
Yes, sir.
Was your upbringing any different from his?
Yes, sir.
And what was the difference between your upbringing and his?
Nothing major. I mean, we didn't talk on the topic of upbringings for very long. He just said that he was always fat and overweight and got made fun of it, so he had confidence issues. And then I said I had that problem, but that problem stopped in about the 5th grade, so, yeah.
And why did it stop?
The bullies that picked on me, I beat them up.
Was that at Asher?
Yes.
Okay. So you basically beat him up, not because you just wanted to beat him up, but because they was making fun of you.
To stop them from making fun of me, yes.
Okay, I can understand that.
After the break, the officer continued to question Murray about various aspects of the crime and what happened around it. Murray confirmed that Shane's father, Michael Norris, gave him WD-40 to help him after the crime. Murray also made it clear that Michael drove them to an empty house close to where the crime took place. He talked about the possibility of Michael writing a note that was found on the window of the pickup truck. The note told Murray to go to a specific house. Murray admitted that it was possible Michael wrote the note on his way home. The officer went back to the reason for the crime, which deeply surprised the officer when Murray explained it. Murray said he chose the victim because he thought nobody would notice if they went missing. They briefly talked about their different backgrounds during the car ride from Ada to Asher. The victim mentioned struggles with confidence due to being teased as a child. Murray shared how he dealt with bullies by standing up to them physically.
The mutual friend that I talked about, that I know him through, his name is Wyatt Freeman. He lives across the hall from me. I don't know his room number. It's directly across the hall, though. Maybe a month and a half into college, we had hung out almost every night, play video games. It was all fun and games, you know. And I was talking to him, and then the topic of fighting was brought up. And then he said, if I got you in a chokehold, you would tap out. And I said, I'm not going to tap out. And then he got me in a chokehold, and I was knocked unconscious. And when I woke up, everyone in the room was laughing at me. And then he said that there was no way I was knocked unconscious in that short amount of time. And then I punched him in the face. And then he pushed me away and told me to get out of his room. Then I spat in his face and left his room. And then he came to my room and had a flashlight that I had dropped out of my pocket, and was holding it and said, this is your flashlight. I went to reach for it. He pulled me into the hallway and was going to beat me for it. And then I told him that I was going to let him beat me, and then whenever they came to break it up, I'd be the one with all the injuries and it would be his fault.
Okay.
And then the East Central University police responded to that.
Okay. And his first name is what?
Wyatt.
What?
I'm not quite sure how to spell that. Freeman is his last.
Okay. Jerry, I want to ask you just point blank, because, I mean, you sat here and confessed to
Pretty much everything.
in my mind, and I think you might agree with me, just cold-bloodedly killed a young man tonight.
Yes, sir.
Or last night. Have you ever killed anybody else?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you ever thought of it?
More myself than anyone else, sir.
And when's the last time you thought about killing yourself?
3 weeks ago, sir.
And what was going on 3 weeks ago?
Nothing in particular. My grandfather died recently, but that's not related to it. Before his death, I had similar thoughts, almost as frequently.
Your grandfather is the same grandfather that you caught the ride to, back to his house tonight, or a different one?
Yes, my grandparents' house. He lived there with my grandmother, yes.
Okay, so your grandfather's dead?
Yes, sir.
And so your grandmother is by herself?
She had a friend over, but yeah.
But, okay. Okay. Let me ask you this, Jared, are you taking any medications for any mental illness?
No, sir.
Have you ever?
No, sir.
Do you take drugs?
No, sir.
Have you ever taken drugs?
I smoked marijuana in my mid to early teenage years.
When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
Maybe 6 years ago, maybe 5.
You ever done any other type of drugs?
No, sir.
You're not on any medication?
No, sir. Just an albuterol inhaler for asthma, sir.
Do you have asthma?
Yes, sir.
Let's go back to 3 weeks ago when you started planning that you was going to kill somebody.
Yes, sir.
And you just didn't know who or when.
Yes, sir.
What made last night the time and who? I kind of understand who.
As I stated earlier, it wasn't necessarily last night. I made the decision to do it, and who 3 days ago, and I tried. No, maybe Tuesday. I made the decision Tuesday. This whole saying days ago because it's a different day than it was yesterday. It was Tuesday that I made the decision it should be him. He wasn't in his dorm. I didn't try again. No. Maybe I did try again the day after. I don't remember the days anymore. It was Tuesday I made up my mind, though, on who it was, and I tried that night.
Murray admitted to a previous violent incident involving a friend named Wyatt Freeman during his college days. They had a disagreement, which led to a fight where Wyatt put Murray in a chokehold. This caused Murray to briefly lose consciousness. The officer then shifted the conversation back to the recent crime, highlighting that Murray had essentially confessed to killing a young man. The officer asked about any past instances of violence or thoughts of violence. Murray confessed to having thought about suicide 3 weeks before, but didn't mention any specific reason for it. Murray also clarified that he wasn't taking any medication for mental health and hadn't used drugs except for marijuana a few years ago. The officer inquired about the events that led to committing the crime. Murray explained that he decided to kill someone about 3 days before the actual act. The final decision was made on a Tuesday. Murray stated that he chose the victim and attempted the act that same night, although the details of the attempt were not entirely clear.
Can you help me?
I don't really get anything out of it.
I mean, but why, if you wouldn't want to get some self-gratitude or something, why did you do it? I guess is what I'm asking.
If I'm pressed to answer, I'll say it's to prove the strength of my resolve. But that's only if I'm pressed to answer.
I'm not pressing you, I'm just trying to understand.
Then I don't know why.
Okay. So it just
Popped in my head. And
popped in your head? And
yes, sir.
Okay. But it's never popped in your head before?
Not other people, sir, no.
That you've never killed before?
No, sir.
Animals?
No, sir. I've never hunted. I know how to hunt. I know how to make a bow and arrow. I know how to field dress animals and whatnot, but I've never hunted before. No.
Okay. And when we was talking before, you indicated to me you did not graduate from...
No, sir.
Okay, so when you say that, was that because you just couldn't do it, or you just...
I didn't want to do my homework. The teachers at the school, as well as all faculty, admitted that I was the smartest person there. They knew I could do the work. I didn't see the point of doing it if they already know, and everyone knows that I can do it.
Well, that was my next question, because it don't make sense somebody that would out of school would be at East Central.
That summer, and I've been going to an organization called Bound Math and Science since maybe 3 years. My left thumb's been numb since we got to the crime scene. My left thumb's been numb since we got to the crime scene.
How come?
I don't know. I figured when the cuffs came off, feelings would return to it, but in this area it's still numb.
I probably just need to work it.
Well, I have been.
And rub it. Have you ever been cut before?
No, sir.
Okay, so you ain't never been in trouble?
No, sir.
So if I run a record on you, I'm not gonna find anything on you?
You might find that assault from a couple months ago, but that'd be it.
Okay, that was when you and the other guy in dorm got into it?
Yes.
About the chokehold?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I take it since you go to college, you probably have a computer, correct?
I have a laptop, sir.
Okay, and it's probably at your dorm?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I know we've talked about this kind of in general, about you didn't know who it was gonna be,
Yes,
or
sir.
when it was gonna be, but you kind of knew where.
Yes, sir.
And then you tried this Tuesday night,
Yes, sir.
and then he wasn't there, so he was home. This is now Friday morning, so it'd been Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'll talk to you some about, was there gonna be others? And you know, and you made a statement earlier that you was happy that you got caught by somebody in the rank of statute,
Yes, sir.
sheriff's office. So then you understand that I'm gonna do my job thorough.
Yes, sir. I understand that completely.
And that means that I'm gonna end up getting a search warrant for your computer.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
And so, if there's I'm on this, searching your computer, we're gonna find anything where you had any ideas of wanting to do a mass shooting in a school,
No, sir.
or you was gonna kill anybody else?
No, sir.
Okay. Why would you want me to believe that this was just gonna be a one-time thing? Since you planned this for 3 weeks, and if by Tuesday night you knew who, and you knew when, but it failed.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why I should believe you that there just was gonna be one person that was gonna suffer from your consequences of killing.
You have no reason to believe me, sir.
I agree, but you're trying to tell me that you're just gonna do it one time and that was gonna be the end of it?
Yes, sir.
So I'm not gonna find anything on your computer that's gonna be, or when I go to college, when myself and this team from the DA's office goes to the campus, and we talk to everybody that you're associated with in the dorms, nobody's gonna tell us that, well, he's talked about the school shooting or killing
No,
other
sir.
people. I'm not gonna find that?
No, sir.
Okay. So,
That said, I have been asked by people, including at Asher School, if I'm a murderer or ever plan on it, but I've never planned on it since 3 weeks ago, and I've never killed anyone, so the answer's always been no. I've never been sure if it was jokingly or seriously, that said.
okay. I guess I'm just still having a real hard time understanding why. Why him?
Well, if it was a random person, there's the possibility he could have children or something of that nature. If it was someone else up there, they have a lot more friends, they're a lot more social, so...
So, to kind of just by his quota status of not really having many friends or being social, it was a good victim.
His presence would be less noticed, yes.
Okay.
The officer kept asking Murray about why he did what he did and what he meant to achieve. The officer brought up Murray's statement that he intended the crime to be a one-time thing and explored if there might be evidence on his computer or through talking to people he knows. Murray mentioned that others, like his schoolmates, had asked if he was a murderer or had plans to become one. Murray denied having any such intentions and emphasized that he never thought about it until 3 weeks ago. The officer was still unsure and tried to figure out why Murray picked that specific victim. Murray explained that he chose the victim because he didn't have any social connections and might not have had family responsibilities. The officer's struggle to understand Murray's reasons remained a significant theme in this part of the conversation.
You don't think his girlfriend would have missed him?
I wasn't aware of his girlfriend.
You know, I think you I think you pretty much was right on cue on everything you told me.
Yes, sir.
The only thing I caught you in was the WD-40 can,
I hope to keep him out of it, sir.
and I appreciate that. But, you know, you've done a terrible thing tonight.
Yes, sir.
You killed a young man,
Yes, sir.
just for the simple fact of, I guess pretty much this is safe for you.
Yes, sir.
And what do you think should happen to you?
Death sentence, sir.
And why do you think you deserve the death sentence?
An eye for an eye, sir.
Do you believe an eye for an eye?
Yes, sir.
All right. We'll be getting you taken out to the jail here shortly, okay?
Yes, sir.
The officer brought up how the victim's girlfriend might be affected and asked Murray what he thought about her feelings and the outcomes of what he did. Murray's answers still showed that he didn't feel emotionally connected to the situation. He said that the girlfriend's response wouldn't matter to him. The officer then thought about how truthful Murray had been in his responses throughout the conversation. The officer noted that Murray had been open about the details of the crime. The officer recognized that Murray had committed a grave crime and asked what he believed should happen to him as a result. Murray said he deserved the death penalty, following the idea of an eye for an eye. This part of the conversation showed Murray's view on justice and the consequences he thought he should face for his actions. Murray was charged with first-degree murder, but was found not guilty by reason of insanity. The latest news is that he will be released from a psychiatric hospital in Veneta, Oklahoma soon. If you want to watch more videos like this, hit the like button and subscribe for more interrogations.